The 7th Summit of the Americas, which took place on April 11th in Panama City, marked a diplomatic significance on the history of both the United States and Cuba. For the first time in a half-century, the leaders of the two countries met face-to-face. President Obama and Cuba President Raúl Castro shook hands with each other, restoring the bilateral relations. These 50 years have shown that isolation has not worked, President Obama said. In fact, the signal of the normalization of US-Cuba relations dates back to last December, when the Cuban government released an American intelligence agent who was imprisoned for almost 20 years. In exchange, the United States released 3 Cuban spies. US and Cuba are neighbors with only some 140 kilometers apart. In 1959, the US began being hostile toward Cuba after Cuba's revolution. The heated 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis even broke out after the two countries severed diplomatic ties in 1961. Since then, the US imposed a series of sanctions on Cuba, including a blockade and an embargo. However, Castro's authority has still endured in the past some 50 years. Analysis pointed out the reasons behind the restoration of the relations. Domestically, Obama is in his second term without pressure to run for the next presidential election, so he can be more confident in laying out a foreign policy legacy. The poll of both countries also showed people welcome the improvement of the relations. Second, because of the sanctions, US enterprises bear great economic loss, only to see European companies occupy Cuba's market. Third, many countries aren't satisfied with US hostility policy against Cuba. Even though US may set up an embassy there and take further steps to remove Cuba from the State Department list of countries that sponsor terrorism, 2 questions remain to be solved. One is Cuba's planned market economy. Another is the withdrawal of US Guantanamo Bay Naval Base.